Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I'm Linda, and today I want to share something simple, calm, and honestly very effective for improving your English fluency. So, if you've ever felt tired, stressed, or even disappointed with your English progress, this video is especially for you. Take a breath, relax your shoulders, and let's talk like two real people having a quiet conversation. Now imagine this. You study English almost every day. You watch videos, learn new words, maybe review grammar. But when it's time to speak, the words feel stuck. Your mind goes blank. Have you ever noticed that? The truth is, many English learners work very hard, yet fluency still feels far away. And believe it or not, it's not because you're lazy or not smart enough. Actually, here's the thing. It's usually because the daily habit itself is not working with your brain. So, okay now, let's slow this down. Fluency is not about studying more. It's about how you practice every day. Most people break English into pieces. Vocabulary on Monday, grammar on Tuesday, listening on Wednesday. These activities are fine, but they don't feel like real life. In real conversations, you're listening, thinking, and speaking all at the same time. When practice is separated, the brain struggles to connect everything smoothly. Another thing I see all the time is constant change. New apps, new teachers, new methods, new topics every week. It feels exciting at first, right? But the brain actually loves familiarity. When you hear the same sounds and sentence patterns again and again, your brain relaxes. And when the brain relaxes, fluency begins. Think about it like a healthy daily routine. Eating one perfect meal won't change your body, but small, repeated habits over time absolutely will. Now let me tell you something important. Many learners believe speaking will happen later. They say, well, I need more vocabulary first. I need better grammar first. But speaking doesn't come later. Speaking must begin now, even if it's simple, even if it's not perfect. Simple English is still real English. The goal is not perfection. The goal is ease. So let's talk about the daily English fluency habit that actually works. And don't worry, this is not stressful, expensive, or complicated. It's gentle, realistic, and perfect for busy lives. Here's the idea. You choose one short piece of easy English audio. One voice, one topic, and you stay with it. 5 minutes is enough. 10 minutes is great. It should be English where you understand most of the meaning, maybe around 70 or 80%. If it's too difficult, your brain gets tired and tense. And we don't want that. We want calm focus, just like good mental health habits. First, you listen. That's it. No pressure, no speaking, just listening and relaxing. Maybe you're walking, maybe you're sitting quietly. Then you listen again. This time, you notice the rhythm, how the sentences move, how the speaker connects words. If you have the text, you can look at it, but don't overthink. Now comes the key part. You listen again and speak at the same time as the speaker. You don't stop. You don't correct yourself. You don't worry about mistakes. You just follow the voice. This is called shadowing, and it's powerful because your mouth, ears, and brain are working together. You're training fluency, not testing yourself. Here's the rule most people ignore. You repeat the same audio for several days, maybe 5 days, maybe a week. Yes, it might feel boring. And that's okay. Boredom means your brain is becoming familiar. Each day, the audio feels easier. Your confidence grows quietly. This is how speaking becomes automatic. Many learners think progress means new content, But fluency comes from repeating familiar content until it feels natural. This habit is like daily exercise for your speaking muscles. You don't need a teacher. You don't need to write essays. You only need your voice and a few minutes a day. Now, another thing is consistency. Starting is easy. Continuing is the real challenge. So choose one time of day. Morning, evening, during a walk, before bed. The time itself doesn't matter. What matters is that your brain expects English at that moment. When English has a place in your daily routine, it stops feeling like work and starts feeling normal. And let me be very honest with you. You don't need perfect English to communicate. You need English that flows. If you do this small habit every day for 1 month, you will feel the difference. Not magic, just training. Simple, healthy training for your brain. So if this idea helped you, try it tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. English should be part of your life, not something heavy you carry around. Let me share something I have seen again and again with my students. Many people think fluency is loud and fast. They think fluent speakers talk quickly, use big words, and never pause. But the truth is, real fluency is calm. It's comfortable. It's when your brain doesn't panic anymore. And this daily habit helps exactly with that. It trains your brain to stay relaxed while using English. Have you ever noticed that when you're nervous, your English feels worse? Your grammar disappears, your pronunciation feels strange. That's not because you forgot English. It's because your brain is under pressure. This habit removes that pressure. You're not performing. You're not being tested. You're simply spending time with English, the same way you might listen to music or a podcast you enjoy. Another thing is confidence. Confidence doesn't come from knowing more rules. It comes from hearing yourself speak English every day. Even short speaking moments matter. When your brain hears your own voice using English daily, it starts to believe, okay, this is normal. I can do this. And that belief slowly changes everything. Now imagine this. After a few weeks, you hear a familiar sentence pattern in a real conversation. And instead of stopping to think, it comes out naturally. That moment feels amazing. And it happens because your brain has already practiced that pattern many times in a calm way. This is how listening practice turns into real speaking ability. And here's something important for global English learners. Your accent does not need to disappear. Your goal is clarity, not perfection. When you shadow audio regularly, your pronunciation becomes clearer naturally, without forcing it. You begin to sound more confident, not because you copied someone, but because you're comfortable expressing yourself. So remember, small daily habits create big, long-term change. 5 or 10 minutes may feel small today, but over time, it builds a strong foundation. This is not about rushing. It's about showing up gently every day. By the way, if you found this useful, give the video a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you want more calm, practical English practice. And leave a comment. Tell me, when do you plan to practice English each day? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for spending this time with me. I'm Linda, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep going, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.